Hi everyone, today we are learning about the mind jar. What is a mind jar? The mind jar represents our brain and what goes on inside sometimes. So the mind jar can be a plastic jar with the labels off, or a glass jar or a plastic bottle, and it can come in different sizes. But the jar or the bottle and the water inside represents our brain. And then if you have a little think, what's inside our brain? We've got all the, blood in the guts and all that stuff. But inside our brain is the really important stuff of thoughts and feelings and emotions, and that is the glitter. So if you have a little think about it, some emotions might be anger, so we might have some red glitter in the jar. We might have excitement, that might be gold glitter. We might have sadness, that could even be blue glitter. So we've got all sorts of thoughts and feelings also in our brain, if you have a think. I like to also think about that movie Inside Out. So in Inside Out, she has the thoughts and feelings, but also she has memories and dreams, things she likes. They're all inside her brain. And if you also think about that movie, is her brain ever completely still? She's actually thinking all the time, and even those emotions are going all the time. Sometimes we have things that happen that are really great or not so great, or everything in between. And our brain at those times can actually get stirred up. So if you think about it, we're shaking our brain, we're shaking that jar, and we're seeing the glitter go around. Just think about that time you got really angry. Can you actually see clearly when that glitter's floating all around? You can't. You can't see through to the other side. It's really hard at those times to make good choices. Even if you're really excited, that can happen too. It's not just being angry, it's actually exciting. Oh, what's going to happen next? Or when we're confused. Point is, with the glitter swirling all around, it's really hard to think. So what we sometimes need to do is to just stop. We just stop our brain, we stop the glitter jar, and we just can watch what happens to all of that in our brain. And while we're stopping, we can also just take a few minutes to take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And now, let's just have a little look at what has happened to our mind jar. And you will see that the glitter has calmed down. And with that, we'll actually see, now we can see clearly through to the other side. Not completely clearly, because often our brains are never completely still. They are always thinking, there's still stuff going on. But when our brain is not so stirred up, we can take that time and we know that we can think and see a little clearer. And that's when we can make those positive choices or think things through. We are going to make a mind jar now. So, how do we make a mind jar? Basically, pretty easy. We just need a container, because that's the brain, remember. We've got a plastic bottle, or you can use a glass jar, any size. It's good to not have the label on, so make sure you peel that label off. You can also get tiny little plastic bottles in case you need to bring the mind jar with you wherever you are, to remember to take those deep breaths and to just slow the brain down. We just need a plastic jar today. We are going to choose the green one because we've got a few different ideas over there. That's the brain, and we need to put some water in it because that's also part of our mind jar. So I've got a mixture that I've already made up, so you need just plain water and then a little bit of dishwashing liquid. That will just help the glitter sink down to the bottom. So I've got that made up already, but you can just put the water in the jar and then a little squish of dishwashing liquid. And now we're going to choose what's inside our brain. What do we want? So I'm thinking today, inside my brain, I might choose a little bit of blue for a little bit of sadness, because that's inside everybody's brain. A little bit of turquoise, because it's a really happy color, and I really like this color. It's also my niece's favorite color, so it makes me think of her. And they're inside my brain. Our loved ones are also inside our brains, thoughts of them, and our feelings about them, and our friends as well. Ooh, some gold. I'm thinking excitement, because we might be excited for things to come. Ooh, a bit of pink, a little bit of a flare. There we go, and it's playful. Maybe a little bit of red, because we all get angry sometimes. And we'll just put a little bit of snow-like white in there as well. And whoa, that's looking pretty cool now. Those thoughts and our feelings are in our brain, mixing around. Can also just be quite cool and calming to watch. So what we'll do now is just see what our mind jar looks like. How does that all blend together? So that means we just screw the lid on nice and tight and give it a shake. Whoa, look at that. You might need to shake it really hard, and that can also be part of the fun. So when we're angry, sometimes just shaking the mind jar really, really hard can help get out some of that energy. Shake, shake, shake. Make sure, because sometimes the glitter sticks together as well. So we're just shaking it up, and we're just going to see what it all looks like calming down together. So we can just be watching, or we can just be taking deep breaths. Now that we have seen what it all looks like after that big shake, we're just going to do the finishing touches. So, as you can see, there's quite a lot of dishwashing soap and foam at the top. So what you can do is just grab a tissue or a paper towel or a cloth or something and just take a little bit of the foam out. Some of the glitter, as you can see as I push that, starts to sink down. So we don't need to wipe it all out, because with time, more glitter will start sinking to the bottom. So it doesn't have to be perfect straight away, but it is good to make sure that our jar is nice and full of water. So we'll just add a tiny bit more water. There we go. And I'm pretty happy with the color so far. That's why we have that shake, just to see that we like all the different colors in there and how they blend together. But I'm thinking I would like a little bit more silver. I'm thinking silver. A little bit more silver, just because it's kind of a calm color. And another calm color I really would like to add is purpley silver. Again, we can see the glitter going to the bottom, but we're just gonna shake. So we just shake that up, and this is what can happen. We can also, this is how we're going to use the glitter jar. So when we're angry, or if we're too excited, or maybe we just have extra energy, grab our glitter jar, we shake, and then we put it down. And we just take some deep breaths, just slow it all down. There it is. Sinking, some rising to the top, some sinking down. And that is a great reminder that our brains are pretty full of stuff. Good stuff, not so good stuff, everything in between. But we can use our breath and awareness to have a little bit more control over it. If we are feeling a bit cranky, we can be like, stop shaking the jar. Or we shake it and then we stop shaking it. And it's a really great way to calm our brains and bodies. So thanks everybody. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make a mind jar today. Give it a try. They also make really good presents. See you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.